What's going on? In today's video, we're going to be checking up and checking in on every single Sword and Shield era booster box because it's gone absolutely crazy. The entire generation has gone nuts. Let's get into it. This is Sword and Shield base set. And I want to know in the comments below, what is your favorite Sword and Shield era set? Mine's Brilliant Stars and low-key Astral and Lost Origin and Silver Tempest. Gen 4 fanboy, so any of the cards that sort of showcase some Gen 4 Pokemon I love. Anywho, moving on to the base set, now sitting at $282 for a box of this. And over 3 months, it's kind of went up like $12 or so, with recent solds at $285, $302, and $393. So we could see this box go up even more in price. Now, what's the deal with this? I know there's not the most expensive cards in this set, like say for Evolving Skies or Chilling Reign, sets that carry a lot more value, but it's pretty scarce compared to the latter half of Sword and Shield in its print run. And for just a booster box, it doesn't get printed that much. It's going to hold a lot of sealed value for the sealed collector and the sealed market. Some of the best chase cards in the set: the Snorlax VMAX, the rainbow version at $50, Marnie at $40, just the regular Snorlax VMAX at $17, the rainbow Marnie at $13, and the Zacian V, like the gold card, at $13, and the Lapras VMAX at $12. Lapras and Snorlax from Gen 1 Pokemon getting some love in the set, trying to rope in older collectors with those Pokemon. Pretty cool rainbow. That Snorlax VMAX is sick, and it never really made any appearance after its Sword and Shield base set debut. Moving on to the next set of Sword and Shield Rebel Clash. This guy is at $214 for a booster box, and it's really come down over 3 months, if you can see here. It was up to $230 and has really definitely taken a dip. Could that be because demand is elsewhere in Sword and Shield for alternate art sets? Possibly. Once again, this guy was not very, wasn't printed that much. Didn't get a reprint like every single other set of the Sword and Shield era did. And the demand is elsewhere for those alternate art cards, I think. So it's seen a little bit of a dip. It has that sealed product premium here with the box. The chase cards, they're $45 and under. So once again, it really is that sealed premium. $45 for Boss's Orders, great card. And you got Cinderace, Dragapult VMAX for $15 for a rainbow copy, and the Sonya full art at $25. So that's what's up with Rebel Clash. Moving on to a set that did get reprinted. It is the Darkness Ablaze. And so you can definitely see the amount of booster boxes after those first two sets. It's just a lot more. That's why this guy's sitting at 143 when Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield base with more expensive chase cards are sitting at such a higher price. This guy has went up to 152, came crashing down, and is now back up to 143. It came back down to like a $138 box, with some of the chase cards in it being the Charizard VMAX for $22. I don't like how they have some of the staff stamps and just the pre-release stamps, like the Arctozolt and the Kangaskhan. But the Salamence VMAX and the Butterfree VMAX rainbows at $9 and $7.50. And the Snorlax promo, once again, I don't really like how they have that included in the set, but going for $8.43. The next set of Sword and Shield was Vivid Voltage, and you already know all the hype was that Pikachu card, sitting at $135 for a booster box. This guy obviously did get a heavy reprint. That's why the booster box isn't crazy expensive like Sword and Shield base. Now at 135, it's gone up a little bit since like 127, 128-ish. And some of the chase cards in it being that Rainbow Pikachu for 125, so about the price of the booster box, maybe like $10 to $15 off. Pokemon Center Lady at a huge drop off at $13, and the Pikachu full art at $11. So there's really the Pikachu Rainbow at 125, and then a huge drop off for anything else of value in the set. Our next Sword and Shield set, showcasing all of the alternate arts battle styles. This is our first introduction to alternate arts in the Sword and Shield era, beginning of year 2, I believe, of Sword and Shield. This guy is at 136 for a booster box, absolutely gone up in price from about like $105 booster box. It was sub 100 for a good amount of time too. You could find it on different websites and stores for pretty close to wholesale pricing. Now at 136, and the chase card, that Tyranitar alternate art at 180 around. It's at 178. Rapid Strike Urshifu at 71, and the Empoleon. The Empoleon absolutely encompasses battle styles as a set. Bite me in the comments. I'm right about that. $46. And the Houndoom Secret gold card for $18. It's just pretty interesting. A gold card made it to the top 6. The VMAX Urshifu at 45 and the regular V single strike at 17. So it's got some really healthy value attached to the set. That Tyranitar is absolutely spiked in price recently. Once again, at about $180, almost $200 when it used to be like a $90 card. Moving on to Chilling Reign at $219 for a booster box. Come up over the past 6 months after it went out of stock on the Pokemon Center. Was sitting at $150-ish for the longest time, even before this 6-month graph, and then went up like $70 to now $220 a box. And you could get some really good chase cards in Chilling Reign. I've opened up a few booster boxes, few build and battle cases. Haven't really pulled anything better than the like Calyrex V alternate art, just the regular V though. But the most expensive cards at Blaziken breaking 400, now at 405. The Galarian Moltres V at 172, pretty similar to that Tyranitar V pricing. Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX going to break 100, but I think there's some market manipulation with that card, a little bit suspicious. Another gold card, the Snorlax at 71, the Galarian Rapidash V at 65, and the Articuno V at 64. So very healthy value attached to that set, with the Blaziken breaking 400. Now the set of all sets, the Sword and Shield Craze, yada, yada, yada. Evolving Skies at 688, a booster box, sort of flatlined over the past few weeks. In this 6-month graph, you can see that it went up from like a $425 box all the way up to now a $688, with recent solds at $700, $695, $686. So we could see a slight increase in this, but the chase card, that Umbreon, dipped back down from like a $900, I think $58 card it was. It is now at $917. The Rayquaza VMAX, it could be manipulated, but this is an outdated picture. The new price for the Rayquaza VMAX is now like $528. How did that happen? I have no idea. Literally the day after I took this screen grab, it went up to $528. So could it be something fishy, manipulative? Probably. The Leafeon VMAX at 342, Glaceon at 236, Sylveon at 227, and the Dragonite V at 180. Really healthy cards. The Evolving Skies booster box is the most expensive of the Sword and Shield era by far. The next set, Fusion Strike at $243 for a booster box. Definitely gone up. At the longest time, it was hovering at like its market price, $140, $150. Now has increased it by about $100 over the past like 2 to 3 months. And some of the chase cards, you got that Big Five Gengar at $379 for a copy. This guy reached over 400, kind of dipped back down. Could it go down in price? Could it go up in price? I don't know. Honestly, who knows after that Rayquaza gained like $70 in one day. Anything can happen with those cards. Espeon VMAX at 230. Mew VMAX just broke 100 at 102. And then the Mew V alternate at 57 and Celebi V alternate art at 46. And you have that Mew VMAX play Pokemon. You got that out of a separate pack. Once again, I don't like how they include that in the top 6. But I guess that guy's $60 too. Moving on to our first set that introduced the Trainer Galleries, Year 3 of Sword and Shield. I absolutely love this set. Just around the time that Legends Arceus came out too, so it was just a great time to be a Pokemon fan in early 2022. Good times. This guy was at $155 for this box for a long time, maybe 160. Sort of maintained a little bit over what market price was, which is interesting. And you can find it on Pokemon Center for like 143. This guy's now at 194 for a booster box of Brilliant Stars. Love this set. Favorite set of Sword and Shield. Do I like it for the most expensive Charizard there? No. $200 Charizard though. $58 Rainbow Charizard. I like it for that Arceus V alternate for $44. Any one of the Sinnoh showcases that they do with some of the trainers, some of the artworks, incredible. I just really like Sinnoh. Really love seeing it getting some love. And with the obviously the Legends Arceus video game that came out around this time. This is obviously what they were trying to do, match it up with that Brilliant Stars kind of a vibe. With the Arceus there was the obvious mascot of Legends Arceus. But some healthy cards of that Umbreon VMAX at $41, Umbreon V at $33, and another stamped card, the Mewtwo. Moving on to Astral Radiance at $176, a booster box. Very steep price growth over the past like 3 months. From around late March to early April, this guy went up from 137 to like literally 165 in the course of like 3 weeks. Now sitting at 176 with top chase cards being that Machamp V alternate art at 181. The Starmie V now at $60. It broke $60 for that card. Crazy. Dialga and Palkia alternate arts at 52 and 43 respectively. Another trainer gallery in the top six, the Garchomp V at 37. And that Beedrill card, which used to be sub $20 for a long time, is now at $37 for a copy of that card. Very interesting. Beautiful card. And that Starmie, beautiful. The Dialga Palkia, best cards in the set. Lost Origin, 213 for a booster box of this guy. Went up from 150 to now 213 in 3 months, as everything else has, with Giratina V being the chase card at 458. This guy was getting close to around a $500 chase card, but it's definitely come down. The Aerodactyl V at 138, Pikachu VMAX at 47, Rotom at 43, Pikachu V at $29, and the Galarian Berserker at 22. So all four of the alternate arts in this set are showcased in the top six, with the Pikachu V and VMAX from the trainer galleries also getting a spot in that top six. And our last main series set of Sword and Shield, Silver Tempest Ye Ol' Lugia set, sitting at $163 for a box. Definitely come up since, a few months ago was at 127, 128. Chase cards, Lugia V alternate art, obviously that top one at $211 a copy. $47 for the Rayquaza VMAX. Lugia V Star for $32. Unknown V for $23, and Regidrago V for $19. And the Unknown and Regidrago have definitely come up in price recently, but it's still a pretty solid deal for, a couple alt arts. I really like that Unknown. I think it's great. Definitely Ruins of Alph kind of vibes. But that's going to do it. That's our check-in on Sword and Shield era booster boxes. That's going to do it. Comment what you think. Love to hear what you have to say. Peace.